Hello everyone, welcome to the one and only football podcast episode 5. I know, it's already been 5 episodes. So today, I'll be reviewing round 17 and previewing round 18 and looking at the ladder and some more things and talk about some AFL things happening. First off, I want to say, congratulations Adam Simpson's great career, but your time was over. And I hope the Eagles get a better coach that likes strategy, not just slow ball movement, chippy, mucky. No, that doesn't win your premierships anymore. It did 6 years ago. But now you need fast ball movement, you need contested marking, you need high scoring, you need good defense and good attack. You can't just have one. And Eagles had a decent forward line the day, of course, but like they would prefer slow crap. They never scored like 100 plus in finals, where they're just like, we're gonna play slow crap. And we got guys like McGovern, Barras, and Kennedy and Darling and mark everything, so it's fine to play slow crap like that. But now you don't have as much talent as that. You have few of the guys, but they're injured and old and they can't mark as they used to. And Darling, he just fell off the cliff. But once you get some better forwards, some better midfielders, and more stock in the defence, you can reload your team and try to win. And if it's Dane Cox, if it's whoever, good luck to you. But it's going to be a big money job. You're going to pay a lot of money, but it's going to be a stressful job, man. But it's not going to be instant improvement like that. It's not going to be like Collingwood from 17th to like 3rd the next year. It's not going to be anything like that. You don't have the talent, and you don't have the talent to make top 8 right now. You have some players, but Tim Kelly's underform. Harley Reid's a first-year player. Ginby's decent. Waterman and Allen are like very, very good, but sometimes can be inconsistent. You need a stock up on your team and you can win games. Like next year, you'd want to aim for like 6-7 wins. Definitely. I don't know how, but you got to get rid of some old senior guys like Gaff. He needs to go, and Darling's like, I know he's been a good servant. He probably needs to go too, because you want to load up with young guys. You can't be all these old guys taking all these young guys' spots. But look at Hawthorn after they won the 2015 grand final. 2016 they made finals, sure, but 2017 they shit the bed. 2018 straight sets, and since then crap to bed because you kept on the senior players too long. You didn't get any of these young guys nothing, and this year they give the young guys something and they're actually playing well. So I'm saying you need to give the young guys experience. 25 games, 50 games, 75 games, 100 games. And same with Sydney, they get rid of the veterans when they know it's time, and they bring in the young guys, and the young guys prosper because they have such a good academy, but also you give them the chance. Like Ollie Florent hasn't missed a game for 109 games because you give him the chance, and Rowbottom, give him the chance, he's a good player. You have to like Collingwood, they give young players a chance, even though they just won the premiership, they give young players a chance and they play well. When you're on top, give the young players a chance. Hawthorn never did that. But then their good years, Sicily never played. And Sicily could have played, but like they didn't believe in him at the time. And he only played 2016 really. He was a forward, he was in the wrong position. Imagine Sicily was like a defender the way he is now. He could have been the way he is now back then. Imagine like going into 2017 with Tom Mitchell and Jager and Sicily and Hardwick and all the team having all those extra games. 2018 would have been a successful year. 2019 would have been a better year. 2020 would have been a better year. If you would have discovered these guys and given these guys games earlier, like more consistent games, and traded better, not like Jacob Mirror, he's okay. And like Chad Wingard, really, you could have spent your money in way better. Like a younger guy, I don't know. Like Sydney, you get an older guy if you're in the premiership window. Hawthorn thought they were in the premiership window, but how can you? In 2016, you went out of straight sets. 2018, you went out of straight sets. So you're just getting all these veterans. For what reason? Like Tyrone Vickery, Tom Mitchell, Jago, all like, not old, but like, not young either. And like, 25 is a good age to get someone, but I mean, they don't believe. Like, people think Jago Mira was going to be a Brownlow medal and never came to fortune. He was never even close to All-Australian ever. He was a decent player, but when you got him, you paid him that much money, you thought he was going to be this big star, and he wasn't. You thought, oh, he's going to be the next Sam Mitchell, he's going to be the next big midfield guy for Hawthorn's team. But no, after the three-peat, haven't won a final since. And this team right now is better than probably the 2018 team, the 2016 team, but there's so much youth, and so much run. And back then, Hawthorn were very, very slow. They were slow, but they had enough good key forwards and key backs so you could be slow on the midfield. They were quick ball movement, but very, very slow on the midfield. Sam Mitchell, Jordan Lewis are not fast guys. Liam Shields, Isaac Smith is fast, but the other ones are not. But they were so good at extracting the ball and giving it to a guy like Isaac Smith, Brad, who were quick. And like Lewis and Mitchell had a little bit of pace, so not crazy pace, but they had such good forwards and backs that you could be slow in the midfield. But now you need to be fast in the midfield. You ain't getting the ball nowhere. If you like, even if you're a touch slow and you shank the kick, he's going to go to the forward line under pressure, and the forward's not going to be in the right position because the midfield kicked it to him was going to be under pressure. You need the quick guys. You need guys like Warner and Heaney and Goulden. You need great kicking, great handballing, and speed. You can have your contested guys that are only there to hand pass and get it from the clearance, but now you want clearance players to be quick, like Bontempelli and, Cripps. Like, Tom Mitchell was never quick. He was a good player at his time, but Tom Mitchell would not fit now. His lack of speed in the clearance would be a detriment. He would still get it out, but he wouldn't be able to clear the ball to the 50 and kick it into the 50, lace out like these clearance guys do, Petrarca, Bontempelli, Warner. He didn't have the pace. And same Jager too, didn't have the pace either. And because when they did that in 2017, they needed a little bit more speed, and they did not have that. They had Isaac Smith's speed, and they didn't have Brad Hill, so they didn't really have speed at all. Liam Shields was okay, but you look at Melbourne's midfield when they won: Petrarca speed, Oliver speed, Langdon quick. So Brayshaw was decently quick. In 2022, you look at Geelong: Dangerfield's quick, Selwood isn't quick, but he's such a contested ball. He didn't need to be quick. Yeah, Cam Guthrie, decently quick. He's not slow, but he ain't quick either. He's decent enough. And then you look at last year, Collingwood: De Goey, quick. Crisp, quick. Lipinski, quick. Canterbury Sidebottom, not that quick, but not slow either. And yeah, that much experience. They don't have to be quick. Tom Mitchell, contested. You had your contested and your quick. And when Hawthorn just came out there, Premiership, they didn't have it. Like, they had contested, they didn't have quick. They didn't have these guys coming in quick, guys like Sydney did when they brought in Warner and Goulden and Robot and all these guys when they drafted them. There was no quickness coming through the ranks. You had the good backs coming in, Sicily and Hardwick, and you had decent forwards coming in with Mitch Lewis and Dylan Moore. But the midfield were just so... But now you have good guys. You have Will Day, quick, good ball user. Newcomb, decently quick. Tank in the middle. Nash, quick, contested. On the wing, CJ, quick. Other wing, McGuinness, quick. Or D'Ambrosio, quick. And your backline, Amon, Impey, quick. Like, you need quick guys to win the Premiership these days. And Hawthorn have a lot, and it's good. And I'm glad Meek, he's just amazing around the field. So with Ned Reeves. And except Dylan Moore, he's quick. That's why he gets the ball so much. That's how you get the ball, but you're quick. And you're getting the right place in the right time. Dacos, he's quick, man. That's why he's so good. Dacos is quick. Petrarca is quick. Bontempelli's quick. And they're quick and they're good with the ball because they get the separation from the clearance and they run off. And if you're not quick, you can't get the separation from the clearance and be like that. Like maybe 6, 7, 8 years ago where you could get the clearance not being so quick. Because guys are like tackle crazy now, man. Like if you're not going sprinting at the clearance, you're probably not going to clear it to a guy in the 50. But yeah, that's just a random topic. Hawthorn are quick now, but they were not quick for a long, long time. And I'm glad they brought in the right guys and the right amount of contested and quickness together. And Mitchell Lewis been injured again is sad, but you need to find another key forward because of him always getting injured. With Marbio Chol, I don't think will cut it in a team that make final, no offense to him, but like you didn't have a key tall forward like Marbio Chol. Your Dylan Miles very good, but like Marbio Chol and Jack Gunston is your two tallest forwards basically. And Cal Shadir too is not going to make your finals. So you need to look for another good key forward or you trade for one. Even Wingard, get him out of here. And the back line is the back line's solid, midfield's solid. You just need probably another midfielder, another forward, and maybe a defender. And that's what you need in the draft. Like you need tall guys, tall defender, quick midfielder, tall forward. And then your team's pretty much good. But you can't trust Marbio Chol and Gunston to kick you all these goals through the year. They have good years, but like Gunston's near the end and Marbio Chol, it's not this amazing gun like Kerner or Mackay or anything like this. You need to find a guy like that with a top draft pick. And same in the midfield, you need a top draft pick. I don't think you can trust Connor Nash that much. Because Werpel is good, he's consistent. But like Connor Nash sometimes just disappears, and he's a good clearance player and he's decently quick. But you need a guy like, if Connor Nash ever drops form, you need a guy to be like the quick guy. You have to find a guy, the prototype, strong clearance forward. like a Newcomb, like a similar player, or a wing guy. And a defender, you probably just need a half back who can run, and then, or someone that can replace Frost. So should be the things to look for in a draft for Hawthorn. But that's just me. Anyway, we're going to look at round 17. First game was Friday. Collingwood hosted Essendon at the MCG in front of like 80,000 people. It was a good game. And Essendon won by 12, was surprising because I picked Collingwood and I thought Collingwood would win. A lot of people thought Collingwood would win, but Essendon came from the other dog. And Merritt just, what a game by Merritt, man, seriously. Like, he could be All-Australian captain. He's in crazy form. Kicked a goal. He had like nearly 40. Dacos was okay, but he got tagged to crap. So he had a lot of touches, but didn't really do anything with them. And Pendlebury and Sidebottom played pretty well in like the game. They had more than their season averages, both of them, so good on them. The goalie played pretty well too. And then my check, second game back, does his collarbone. Poor guy, man. Oh no, his shoulder pops out his shoulder. And Chris had a crazy game, first quarter, 3 goals. Legend, man, on this one. And Caldwell played very well. Caldwell, Merritt, Shield, Durden. That midfield just killed Collingwood. Like, such a good balance. And like, Durham is playing a lot better than I would expect. And it was Shield's first game back in how long, and he killed it. And Caldwell played well too. And most of them kicked goals too. So very even team performance. And Stringer had his moments. Steve Stringer had his moments. Langford had his moments. Peter Wright had his moments. An even team performance. And Draper was good in the ruck. And yeah. What now from Collingwood? They're going to respond next week? They want to fall out, but they're out of the 8 right now, so come on, Collingwood. Won the premiership last year. Wiki. They should still make finals, but I don't know. If they lose to Geelong, it's going to be a bit hard to make finals if they keep losing. But they lost 2 in a row now. You know, they lost to Gold Coast last week, and they lost to Gold Coast 2 weeks ago and Essendon last week. So if they lose to Geelong, that's 3 in a row. And like, how are you going to make finals now, really? And then he had Saturday at Marvel Stadium, North Melbourne, hosted Gold Coast. And I picked Gold Coast, but I thought, oh, you can win an away game, can you? But no, you can't, because North Melbourne beat your ass by 4. And North Melbourne went from 18 to 17 just because of that win. And such unexpected, like, at Gold Coast, why can't you win away? I don't really understand what's the problem. Like, Took Miller got injured, which is sad, but you have Rao, you have Anderson, you have Lukosius, you have Ben King, you have McAndrew, you have Sam Collins. Not enough talent to get you past North Melbourne at home, at their home ground. And North Melbourne haven't won a game for like 3-4 weeks, and they're the worst team in the competition, and you lose to these guys. I don't know, man. But Sheasel kicked your ass. He kicked 35 touches and a goal. Sheasel, this guy's special, man. Like, honestly, he's moving the midfield's been like masterstroke. Like, he's been killing every week. And this guy McKercher, 9th game, 37 touches. Like, come on, man. LDU had 30 and a goal, and Simpkin had 28. Like, you just got smashed, man. Anderson was good with his 30 and a goal, and Flanders had his 27 and a goal, and Rao had his 24, and Moyle as well. But like, North Melbourne just comprehensively beat them. But Larky had 3, Tico had 2, and then Zerha had 1, and then for Gold Coast, Ben Long had 2, Sam Day had 2, Ben King had 1, and then Lukosius had only 1. So that's like a bad performance, something like that. Lukosius and King should be combining for more than 2 goals a game. Like, seriously, man. But Trippitt's going to be out for a month with a wrist injury, so that's going to hurt the midfield. But even without him, the midfield's still good enough to win against North Melbourne, man. Come on. Then we had Port Adelaide hosting Western Bulldogs, and Western Bulldogs were the favourites, and you thought, Western Bulldogs, you have been in a very good form, decent form. You beat Fremantle, you beat all these other teams, let's go in. And then Port Adelaide just comes out of nowhere, losing their last 2 or 3, smashes them through the whole game. It was like a 5-6 goal first quarter. And Rosie, Butters, Horn Francis, Wines killed them in the midfield. Like, killed them. Like, Rosie had like 16 to quarter time, man, and they just killed them. And scored 102 points, and Western Bulldogs were going for 54. And they tagged Bontempelli, and Bontempelli still played decent, but he wasn't amazing. Bontempelli only had 21. He kicked 2 goals, 3, but like, he was definitely limited. In the first quarter, he had like 6 or 5, and like, Trelaw had 38. Like, he was one of the few Western Bulldogs that showed up. But Rosie had 36, Butters 33, Wines 30, Horn Francis had 20. 3 goals, 1. Like, the midfield killed them, man. And Georgiades had 5. Like, Jesus, Georgiades not that good, and you got smashed by Georgiades. And Western Bulldogs, the only forward that really did anything was Riley West. He had 2. Like, Hugo Hagen did nothing. Sam Darcy did nothing. Lobb did nothing, and then Norton got injured. Oh, yeah. It's a smashing. And Port Adelaide got back in the 8 because of that win. And then Port Adelaide have been really, really bad recently. That is, from that one win, they're back in the 8. And that shows how close the thing is. And Western Bulldogs now out the 8 because they lost. And they could have won that game. But I don't know about Western Bulldogs, man. They just play a lot better at Marvel. When they go away, they play a lot crap. Like, I don't know why they're so good at Marvel anywhere else. Like, Hugo Hagen at Marvel, Hugo Hagen goes crazy. And when he anywhere else, Hugo Hagen kicks less goals, less impact. I don't know what happens, man. I don't know what's the deal with Marvel and Western Bulldogs, but I don't know. And then we had in Geelong hosted Hawthorn, and Geelong were the favourites, obviously, and Geelong killed them, 51 points, and Jeremy Cameron killed them, and yeah, I don't know what to say. Hawthorn just got roasted, man. The experience definitely showed. Hawthorn just got roasted. Hawthorn could only kick 9 goals for the game to Geelong's 16. If you kick 9 goals in a game, you're not going to win, like, ever, really. It's like a very comprehensive smashing. Like, you lead by probably like 30 at half time, and you were leading like all game. And Jeremy Cameron kicks 4, and Brad Close kicks 4, and Shannon Neal kicks 2, DeConing kicks 2. Like, you're going to lose if you're letting Brad Close kick 4 goals straight, you know. And Dylan Moore kicked 2, Marvel Chol kicked 2, Mitchell Laws kicked 2, and then gets knocked out and does his knee. And besides that, like, the midfield too, like, Stewart had the most touches. He had best on ground. But yeah, Will Day had 18. Ooh, that's bad, man. Newcomb had 15. It shows that they couldn't even touch the ball. Like, Moore and Werple touched the ball, but like, yeah, Will Day had not much. Nash didn't have much. McKenzie didn't have much. Dembrossi didn't have much. Newcomb didn't have much. Lloyd Meek had only 13. Very quiet game. And then, like, Bruce didn't kick a goal. Gunston didn't kick a goal. It was just all around smashing everywhere, really. Smashing inside penalties, smashing in everything. Clearances. Hawthorn won their clearances, but it mean nothing if you can't score a goal. And then we had GWS hosting Carlton, and Carlton were the favourites, and it was at NG Stadium. And GWS won, like, very surprisingly, but GWS not good at form at all. They lost to, who did they lose to last week? I think they lost to Adelaide last week, yeah. I mean, 2 weeks ago they lost to Adelaide at Adelaide, so I was like, if you can't beat Adelaide, how can you beat someone like Carlton who's been won their last 5, top 2, and GWS just comes in there and wins, down by like 30 in the first quarter. Just came in, Jesse Hogan kicked some goals, and just Tom Green went well as he usually does, and just killed them, man. Callum Ward had his 30, Whitfield had his 30, Brent Daniels had his 29, Cornelio had his 28. And Hogan kicked 5, man, and Green kicked 2, and Cumming kicked 2, and Ward kicked 2. So, and Kerno kicked 1. If you kick Kerno to 1 goal, 2, you're probably going to win. And Cripps has always played very well, 33 touches and 2 goals. Matt Kennedy had 2, Zach Williams had 3, and Harry Mackay had 5 goals. So Cripps showed up, but Walsh had 22, which is below his best, I'd say. So this GWS just had 90 more touches, so I think if you have 90 more touches, you usually win, because all the top possession holders were GWS guys. Right. But Carlton were, I guess, due for a loss, but they won the last 5, and it doesn't affect their ladder position losing. But if they lose next week, or this week, they're going to be probably out to the top 4. So, but not a bad game, GWS. Carlton only lost by 12. It's not like they got beaten a lot, but they coughed up a 30-point lead. That's pretty bad. But they're a superior team to GWS, but you just move forward, and Carlton are still a top 4 team. Top 4 worthy. Just kind of had a bad day, and that's why you lose, I guess. In the game I went to, Freo hosted Richmond in the Optus Stadium, and the rain was interesting, and Fremantle, though, like, I think Richmond kicked the first 2, and then after that, Fremantle just controlled the whole game. Treacy had a career-high 5. Troy Bolton had his 4. Brayshaw played well, Sarong played well. Hayden Young played well again, kicked his 2 goals. Such like an even midfield spread. They always kick it to the forwards' advantage. They get a lot of marks inside 50. Luke Ryan, Brennan Cox were intercepting in the back line. Michael Fredericks at speed. Walters came back his first game for a while and got the ball and kicked a few goals. And they got some 50 metres that helped him get some goals. And even performance, like, it's a good team, Fremantle, definitely. Like, Sarong and Brayshaw and Young are just a great mix in the midfield. Speed and ball movement and such, like. And Jordan Clark on the back line, he's amazing. He's so quick. And Luke Jackson's good in the ruck, and like, it's a very even spread team. And Amos kicked 1 goal too, but usually he's straighter than that, so usually he kicks more. And Heath Jackman kicked unlucky, go in the pocket as a defender, and just such a even spread. And for Richmond, the best were Taranto. Well, Nate Curvis was good, Taranto was good, Bolton was good, Short was good, Hopper was good. But besides that, no. Fremantle were just so much better than them. But if you look at the quarter-by-quarter breakdown, Fremantle kicked 4 in the first, 3 in the second, 6 in the last, 6 in the third, and 3 in the last. And Richmond started 2 goals straight, and they end up with 7 goals 12. That's bad, man. And Fremantle kicking 100 points is very, very good. It's like their strategy is very good. They're so quick. Their midfield is so strong that you kick it to your forward line, Amos or Tracy are going to mark it, or you're going to get a crumb to Walters and Fredericks. Like, it's good, man. You should keep playing fast, playing this way. And you're like 3rd right now, top 4, because the way you play is strong. And Brayshaw, Sarong and Young are both like All-Australian contenders, and then Tracy and Amos are very young and good forwards. And then Cox, Ryan are very solid in the back. It's a solid team, and Banfield's good. It's such a solid team. Right? Luke Jackson and Darcy is such a good ruck combo. And Darcy gets injured again, poor guy. But their win-loss ratio is very, very good with Darcy playing. But without him playing, it's a bit different, because the ruck load will go all to Jackson, basically a little bit. Tracy. But yeah, Fremantle kick pretty straight too, 16 goal night, that's quite straight. Sometimes they've got problems with kicking straight and they kick like inaccurate and they lose games, but they barely lost at Perth and I knew they'd win with Richmond. Richmond went down to 18th because they lost this game. And they started so well and it was expected though. Richmond are just bad team. Tom Lynch is always injured. Presley is always injured. Like, players that give impact always injured. Dusty didn't play. So like, don't know what now from Richmond. They're going to get a #1 pick maybe, but North Melbourne are so much better than them right now. North Melbourne could beat them right now. That's how bad Richmond are going. That's how good North Melbourne are going compared to Richmond. In the first game on Sunday, we had Melbourne hosting Eagles, and surprise, surprise, the crowd was crap, and Melbourne kicked their ass, and Van Brooyen kicked his ass, and Clayton Oliver stays quiet, barely touches the ball. I don't know what he's doing. But Melbourne just kicked their ass, but Oscar Allen at least kicked a few. The Eagles kicked 8 goals 10, which is higher than they usually kick, because when Ryan kicked 4 and Allen kicked 4, and then Fridge kicked 3, Melksham his first game back kicked 2, Pickett kicked 2, this new guy from Melbourne, I can't even say his name, Throlstrup kicked his first 2 goals in the first quarter, I think, Waterman kicked 2. And Max Gorn got injured, Jesus, really? And McGovern got injured too, so it's like all the older guys getting injured. But Trent Rivers, man, in the midfield, he's getting the ball so much. He had 29. What a guy. Harley Reid had another quiet game, 16. He's the first year player. You can't expect that much from him. But like, yeah, a lot of players in the Eagles are quite quiet. Only 3 of them had over 20. Doug and Johan Kelly. That's not really good. When you have Melbourne guys, Rivers, Winslow, Salem, Langdon, McDonald, McVee, Newborn all getting 20. And Tom McDonald should be getting 22 touches off the back line, man. That's how much it's going to you. Eagles forward line, they just can't convert. And then St Kilda hosting Sydney, and basically the biggest upset of the year. Sydney were first, coming off a loss, and St Kilda were like 15th. And St Kilda beat them at Marvel Stadium by 2. That's crazy. But Sydney couldn't even kick a goal in the last quarter. They were so inaccurate. I think they're kicking like, what, 20 behinds? 16 behinds. That's why you lost. Was St Kilda kicked only 6 behinds, and Sydney kicked 16 behinds. So. Sorry about that. So Sydney were in front by 30, I think, midway through the third quarter. And then St Kilda just woke up out of nowhere and stole the game and just kicked a bunch of goals. You thought Sydney would win because Sydney lost last week by such a close margin. They can't do it again at home, and they go away and they're losing too. But Sydney kicked 6 goals in the second quarter. And from the half-time to full-time, St Kilda kicked 9 goals 2 from half-time to the end of the game. So Sydney kicked 3 goals 11. So Sydney, you had your opportunities, but once again, you can't kick straight. And that's why you're losing. Luke McDowell had a chance to win the game once again. But he kicks 2 goals 3, so you're not going to win like that. And Papley kicks 1 goal 2. Which is not good, man. A lot of behind. St Kilda, Higgins 3 goals 1. Bro Marshall 2 goals straight. Sharman 2 goals straight. Butler 1. Phillippo 1. So, and Heaney gets suspended. And Heaney had a good game though, 24 and 2 goals. And Warner had his 23 and 2 goals. And Goulden had his 28. And Sinclair had 28, Stewart 28, Miller at 28. But St Kilda just got the ball more and were the better team on the day, even though Sydney should have won. But they are so much a better team, such an even team, such a good high scoring team. And they only scored 82 because you can't kick straight. And they would have kicked straight, they would have won. But they can afford to lose, but they stay first, so I guess they can afford to lose. And the last game was Brisbane hosting Adelaide at the Gabba, and Brisbane won by 11. It was a pretty close game all game, but Brisbane were just too good. But Lachie Neale kicked 3 goals unexpectedly and had 36 touches, and that's just crazy, man, like seriously. And then Dunkley had 35 as well, but like, those two are just such great midfielders, man. And Zorko had 22 off the back line, and Ashcroft had 21 on a goal. That's good, man. Laird had 27. And Ben Keys kicked 4 goals. Probably the only guy in Adelaide really kicked multiple goals, really. Him and Himmelberg. But Rayner kicked 3, and Charlie Cameron kicked 2 goals 3. So imagine if Charlie Cameron would kick straight, he would have had 5. But Hipwood and Danaher didn't really show up, but all the other guys showed up and kicked them a winning score. 14 goals 13. That's not straight either. But luckily you won. But Adelaide kicks 13 goals 8, so yeah. Lucky Brisbane win, I guess. But I think they're always going to win. If they're lucky now, they probably would have lost, I guess. 36 and 3 goals, that's crazy. He had kicked 3 goals to half-time, like 19 and 3 goals to half-time. What a player, man, honestly, lucky now. Put his team on his back. And Brisbane have barely lost recently. I think they won the last 4 or 5 games. They're just on the roll, man. If we're previewing next week, Friday night, we've got Collingwood hosting Geelong. Collingwood are 9th and Geelong are 5th at the MCG. Should be a massive, decently massive crowd. And I got Collingwood. No, Geelong winning. I can't see Collingwood winning, honestly. Right now, Geelong are playing better, even though Geelong have been in some crappy form. They've both been in crap form, but Geelong have won their last 2 games by a combined margin of like 90. So I'd say Geelong will beat them. Doesn't matter how much Collingwood army there'll be. I just don't think Collingwood will respond because of the injuries, because of, I don't know. They're not the comeback kings in the last quarter anymore. They've had some good games this year, but they shouldn't have lost the last week. That's seriously. And they shouldn't have lost the Gold Coast. And they shouldn't have lost the Western Bulldogs, because the Western Bulldogs are not that good. Collingwood are on the downfall. I just see Collingwood losing this, because, like, I don't know, they don't have the hunger, because they won the premiership last year, and they probably will miss finals, because Geelong are the better team, and maybe Geelong are more hungry this year than compared to last year. Then on Saturday, we got Hawthorn hosting Fremantle down Launceston, Utah Stadium. Hawthorn are 13th. $2.10, and Fremantle the favourites, $1.75 third. And Fremantle should win this, it doesn't matter where it is. And even though Hawthorn got spanked last week, I don't think they're good enough to beat Fremantle, because Fremantle will be in a very, very good form. Went win the last 3 or 4, so I think Fremantle will beat them. Not by a lot, but I think still maybe 30 points. I think Geelong will beat Collingwood by like probably 30 points too, because I just think Geelong are that much better than Collingwood right now. Jeremy Cameron, I think, will take a hold of Darcy Moore and all the defenders. He's going to have his way with them, obviously. And yeah, Sydney hosting North Melbourne, the SCG, and Sydney $1.07 to win, North Melbourne $8.50. And if Sydney don't win this, I don't know what to say, but if you're first place, you're facing 17th, you should win, and Callum Mills is coming back, even though Heaney got suspended and missing out. Callum Mills will be back, and basically, you don't have any injury really besides Parker getting suspended and Heaney's out with suspension. You've got your whole team. You should kill the North Melbourne. You should kill them. I don't care how good North Melbourne's form is right now. Your midfield is so much better. Your defence is so much better. Your forward line is so much better. Kick straight and you will smash them. So even if you're inaccurate, you should be able to beat these guys, man. I don't know. It's at your home ground too. The pressure's on you. You can't lose 3 in a row. Especially this mob, man. Come on. You had Western Bulldogs hosting Carlton at Marvel. West Bulldogs are 11th for $2.66, and Carlton are second, $1.49. And Carlton this should be a comeback. It should be a win from revenge from last week for losing. So this game, like, they should be angry. And Western Bulldogs lost 2, yeah, but Carlton are so much better than Western Bulldogs in every area, in every ladder metric, and everything. And Western Bulldogs, they could pull a rabbit out of the hat and win this business at Marvel, but I just think Carlton will win. Because Carlton can't really afford to lose 2 in a row and drop from second to fourth, sort of thing. Like, you'd want a home final, you're Carlton. The amount of talent you have, Walsh, Kerno, Cripps, Mackay, Wietering, you have that much talent. The high-end stocks, talent, high draft pick talent, you should beat Western Bulldogs. But if you tag Bonapelli, you probably stop the whole game. Like, you stop everything, the ball movement, everything. You tag him, you're going to win. Plus, Norton's going to be injured, so, like, they only got Yuko Hagen and Darcy to kick it to, and Darcy's not that established. Wietering should be able to neutralise either Yuko Hagen or Darcy. But yeah, I got Carlton winning that one. Then we got Adelaide Crows at Adelaide Oval hosting St Kilda at St Kilda $2.72, 14th, and Adelaide $1.46, 15th. And even though Adelaide are favourites by far, and Adelaide are one position lower than St Kilda. St Kilda won, I think, 3 of the last 5. I think Adelaide, no. I think St Kilda actually will win, because I think Rankin going out will hurt them, and Adelaide just, I don't know, they lost to Richmond, and Adelaide, they beat GWS, I guess, but at home they're a different, better team, I guess. But I just think without Rankin, Fogarty's not that good in form, Walker's nowhere near his form from last year. I just think St Kilda will, like, stop them with their defence and just kick a winning score and beat them, I just think. My gut feeling, I could be wrong, but that's my opinion. And then we got last game of Saturday, Melbourne hosting Essendon at the MCG. St Essendon a 10th, $2.54, and Essendon a 4th, $1.52. And Essendon should beat Melbourne here. Like, it should be a close game. Essendon should win. Just backing up their win from last week, they should win. But Melbourne is a possibility. I just think Essendon will win. I have confidence of beating a team like Collingwood, when Collingwood were not in that bad of form, and Collingwood still have a lot of good players, a lot of good premiership players, and Essendon should win this one. Right? If you want to keep top 4, you have to win this. If they lose, they're probably out the top 4. Then on Sunday, the first game, we got Gold Coast hosting Port Adelaide at the People's First Stadium in Gold Coast. And just because it's at home, you got to pick Gold Coast. Doesn't matter. Gold Coast are 12th right now. Port Adelaide is 6th. And Gold Coast are $1.61 favourites. And Port Adelaide $2.32. And doesn't matter. Port Adelaide had a nice win last week. I just got Gold Coast winning because you can't really tip against them at home. It's just a thing you can't really do this year. Of course, Port Adelaide have a chance to win, but yeah. And then we got Richmond hosting GWS, the MCG. GWS $1.27 and Richmond are $3.82. Richmond at 18th, the GWS at 8th. So GWS should win this. Like, come on. I know GWS don't win the G often, but it's Richmond, man. Like, you should be able to beat them and consolidate your spot in the 8. They should help you in the 8. Get to, like, probably 6 or 7. But you need to win this game. If you want to play finals, you got to win this game. GWS are a good team. They're not playing like a good team. Like, they made the prelim last year. So they're a top 4 worthy team. Such an even season this year. GWS could go to the 4th position if they keep winning. It's a Richmond, man. You should be able to beat them. Then the last game, Optus Stadium, which could be Adam Simpson's farewell game. Eagles $4.45 hosting Brisbane $1.21 at Optus Stadium, which I'll be going to. And man, Brisbane need to win this. They need to kill them. Like, Danaher, Cameron, Neal, Dunkley, Harris Andrews. You need to kill these guys, Eagles. Eagles got nothing. It's the end of the year. Eagles haven't won in 6 weeks. Doesn't care. It doesn't matter. It's at their home ground. They've barely won this year. They've won 3 games at home. That's the only 3 games they've won this year. It doesn't matter. Oh, we're going to win it for Adam Simpson and all this crap. If you're 7th place and you can't beat the Eagles at home the way Eagles have been playing the last 3 years, I don't know what to say. Brisbane are that good enough. You've won all these games, these hard games away before, and at home you've been winning Melbourne. You beat Melbourne when Melbourne wanted to be in the top 8. You beat Adelaide, which is Adelaide not that good, but still. You beat a lot of good Western Bulldogs when they're looking for the 8. You beat Port Adelaide when they were hanging around the 8. Like, you beat a lot of teams on the fringe. So you should be able to hit the Eagles. It's such an easy challenge for you. Like, you should be able to beat them eyes closed. Like, Danaher and Hipwood, Just those two guys, 2 goals, Cameron 2 goals, that's 6 goals, and you kick a few more through the midfield and you're winning the game. But you should be able to kick like 15 goals here, 15, 16 goals. The Eagles, man, the Eagles defense, McGovern, Barras, and Doug are the only 3 that do anything. The rest of that team is so weak in the defense. You should be, Danaher and Hipwood are so tall, you should outmuscle them. McInerney too. If you go down to the forward line, you should have beat them by a lot. That's my prediction. And let's just do a round by round ladder predictor. So we pick Geelong, Fremantle, Sydney, Carlton, St Kilda, Essendon, Gold Coast, GWS, Brisbane. If those things happen, Sydney will still be first, Carlton will be second, Fremantle third, Essendon fourth, Geelong fifth, Brisbane sixth, GWS seventh, Port Adelaide eighth, Gold Coast ninth, Collingwood 10th, Melbourne 11th, Western Bulldogs 12th, Hawthorn 13th. Not bad. But look, if you go like this, if Geelong loses and Collingwood wins, Collingwood goes to 8th and Geelong go to 7th, so it's a pretty big jump. And same thing, Fremantle lose to Hawthorn, they're going down from 3 to 6th. Man, that's crazy. And if Western Bulldogs beat Carlton, West Bulldogs go 9th, from 12th to 9th, and Carlton go from 2nd to 3rd, so not much of a difference. And if Essendon beats... No, Melbourne beats Essendon, Melbourne goes from 11th to 8th, and Essendon are going from 3rd to 6th. So it shows no one in the top 4 can afford to lose a game, only Carlton, really. And if Port Adelaide beat Gold Coast, they'll go to 6th, from 8th to 6th, and Gold Coast, if they lose, they'll go from 9th to 12th. So it's all on the line, man. If GWS lose to Richmond, they're going from 7th to 8th, so I guess not that much difference. And if Brisbane lose to Eagles, they can go down to 8th, but depending on results, like, anyone from 3rd down could go down a lot of positions by losing. Yeah, it's such a good even season, so good, man. Still 13 teams in the hunt. Even St Kilda are not that bad, far behind, but like, if St Kilda win, they're only like 1 game, 3 games behind the 8, which is crazy to think about. But if St Kilda lose, they're back down to the pack, back to 15th. So. But yeah, 13 teams still in the hunt, man. 13 teams, and so that's like 9 teams competing for like 7 spots, 6 spots. But even Carlton is not even that safe in the 8, because Carlton are like, and the same Sydney. The Sydney keep losing. You're gonna like not really. You're gonna keep top 4, but the minor premiership is gonna be hard to. Sydney and Carlton are the only ones I see winning the minor premiership from here. But anything's possible. Fremantle got some crazy run. Anything's possible. Anything's possible. If you're going by form right now, Sydney have won 3 of the last 5, which isn't good. Carlton 4 of the last 5, that's good. Fremantle 4 of the last 5, good. Essendon 2 of the last 5, not good. Geelong 3 of the last 5, not bad. Port Adelaide 2 of the last 5. Yeah, Brisbane last 5 in a row, good. GWS 2 of the last 5. Collingwood 2 of the last 5. Melbourne 2 of the last 5. Western Bulldogs 3 of the last 5. Gold Coast 2 of the last 5, and Hawthorn 4 of the last 5. So a lot of teams are on good form. That's why the top 8 so far. But yeah, that's my review of the week. So long.